Hey everyone, and welcome back. You know that feeling when you watch a horror movie so terrifying that your brain literally tries to erase it from your memory? Like, you know it scared you, but the details get all fuzzy. Well, today we're diving into 10 films that pull off exactly that magic trick before coming back to haunt you at 3 in the morning. So, this is Filmflix, and let's get into it. Let's start in a place we all hope to never end up, the morgue. This film follows a father and son coroner team, Tommy and Austin, who are just trying to get through a late-night shift when a new body arrives, a complete unknown found at a seriously messed up crime scene. She's perfectly preserved on the outside, but as they begin their work, they find contradictions that make zero scientific sense. This isn't just a body, it's a crime scene in itself. The genius here is the claustrophobic setting. You're trapped in this basement morgue with them, and the film masterfully uses simple, creepy elements, like a stray radio signal, to build a sense of dread that just climbs your spine. It's a forensic detective story that slowly transforms into a full-blown nightmare. For a movie where the main antagonist doesn't move a muscle, it is unbelievably terrifying. You have to check out The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
In the name of the Holy Spirit.
Okay, imagine taking a new job to get your life back on track. Now imagine that job is the overnight shift in a hospital morgue. That's Megan's story. She's trying to stay clean and focus on work, but her first night is interrupted by the delivery of a truly horrific corpse. A young woman named Hannah Grace, whose body is contorted and mangled far beyond what should be possible. This isn't your typical ghost story. It's a gritty, gruesome tale of a demonic presence that is very much still active inside its host. The setting is all cold, sterile surfaces and long, dark corridors, making the moments when things move in the shadows absolutely heart-stopping. It plays with the fear of being utterly alone in a massive, empty building with something that refuses to die. If you love practical effects and a monster that genuinely unsettles you, don't miss The Possession of Hannah Grace. This film messed with my head for days. It presents itself as a documentary about an elderly woman, Deborah, suffering from Alzheimer's. The crew is there to document her decline, but what they capture is so much darker. Is her disturbing behavior a symptom of her illness, or is it something ancient and evil? The found footage style makes everything feel terrifyingly immediate and real. You're not just watching a scary movie, you feel like you're part of the film crew wondering if you should put the camera down and just run. The performance from Jill Larson as Deborah is absolutely phenomenal. She's sympathetic one moment and utterly chilling the next. It's a tragic family story that descends into pure occult terror. You need to see The Taking of Deborah Logan. If you're in the mood for a film that offers exactly zero comfort from start to finish, this is it. From the director of The Strangers, this is a masterclass in atmospheric dread. Two siblings return to their remote family farm to be with their dying father, only for their mother to warn them to leave. Soon, a palpable, wicked presence settles over the farm. This entity doesn't just jump out at you, it psychologically torments its victims using their grief and guilt against them. The horror here is slow, deliberate, and absolutely suffocating. There are images in this film that I genuinely wish I could forget, but they are burned into my memory. It's a bleak, brutal, and incredibly effective horror film. Prepare yourself for the dark and the wicked. This is a thinking person's ghost story. After Beth's husband unexpectedly dies by suicide, she's left alone in the beautiful modern lake house she built for them. As she navigates her grief, she begins to experience strange phenomena and uncovers hidden parts of her husband's life she never knew. The film uses the architecture of the house itself, specifically negative space and reflections, to create some of the most inventive and chilling scares I've seen in years. Rebecca Hall gives a powerhouse performance, making Beth's sorrow and determination feel completely real. It's a puzzle box of a movie that explores whether the haunting is supernatural or a manifestation of profound loss. You will be captivated by The Night House. Now, this one is as wild as it sounds. Don't let the premise of an elderly couple fool you. This film is dark, clever, and surprisingly brutal. Audrey and Henry are heartbroken grandparents who, after losing their grandson Jackson, turn to a forbidden ritual to bring him back. Their plan involves kidnapping a pregnant woman to use her unborn child as a vessel. Of course, the ritual doesn't go as planned, and they accidentally unleash a horde of vengeful spirits into their home. It's a fantastic blend of genuine grief and absolutely bonkers supernatural chaos. The scares are creative, the pacing is breakneck, and you'll find yourself in the bizarre position of sometimes sympathizing with these very misguided people. You have to see the wild ride that is Anything for Jackson. This found footage gem is a go-to recommendation for a reason. It presents itself as a documentary investigating a tragic mass casualty event at a haunted house attraction. It weaves together interviews with the sole survivor and the recovered footage from the crew setting up the hunt. What's so brilliant about it is how it uses everyday creepy items, especially those terrifying mannequins, to build a sense of dread. The scares aren't reliant on gore, but on the awful anticipation of what's lurking in the dark corners of this abandoned hotel. It makes you feel like you've stumbled upon evidence you weren't meant to see. It's a modern classic for found footage fans. Go behind the scenes of Hell House LLC. Before he became a household name with The Haunting of Hildy House, Mike Flanagan directed this mind-bender. It follows adult siblings Kaylee and Tim, who are still traumatized by the violent deaths of their parents, deaths Tim was blamed for. Kaylee is convinced an antique mirror is responsible, and she sets up an elaborate experiment to prove it and destroy the thing for good. The film brilliantly cuts between the present-day nightmare and the past, making you question what is real and what is an illusion. The mirror doesn't just show you scary things, it warps your very perception of reality. It's a smart psychological horror that will make you side-eye every reflective surface in your house. Don't stare into Oculus. This is a recent indie horror that proves the genre still has fresh and terrifying ideas. A year after her twin sister is brutally murdered, a blind medium named Darcy arrives at the isolated house where it happened. The new occupants are her sister's husband and his new girlfriend. Darcy brings with her a wooden mannequin from her collection of cursed objects, convinced it will help her uncover the truth. What follows is a chilling blend of a supernatural revenge thriller and the classic monster movie. The use of the golem is incredibly unique, and the film is packed with genuinely startling moments that don't feel like cheap jump scares. It's creepy, inventive, and utterly memorable. Witness the unique terror of Oddity. And we're ending this list with a film that has already cemented itself as a modern classic. This is the story of the Graham family, who begin to unravel after the death of their secretive grandmother. What starts as a family drama about grief and mental illness slowly, and I mean slowly, morphs into one of the most unsettling and horrifying horror experiences of the last decade. The director, Ari Aster, builds tension so masterfully that you'll feel it in your bones. Toni Collette delivers a performance that is nothing short of legendary. There are scenes and images in this film that are forever burned into the minds of everyone who sees it. It is a devastating, horrifying, and flawless piece of cinema. You must experience Hereditary. And there you have it. So, which of these have you seen? And more importantly, which one scared you the most? Let me know down in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this deep dive into terror, do us a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more weekly guides to the best and scariest films out there. Share this with a friend who claims they don't scare easily. We'll see about that. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay scared. Bye, guys.